Good day, everyone. My name is Christopher John Odistal, and I'm gonna present my report about central tendency for group data. This is an overall with examples. So, what is central tendency? Central tendency measures provides a summary of a set of values by identifying a central or typical value. It could be mean, median, and mode. There's different formulas for ungroup and group data, and our topic is about group data. So, for calculating the mean for group data, we use this formula. Mean is equal to the sum of f of x over n, which is f of x is multiplied by its frequency. You can call this as a midpoint. In this example given, a teacher grades his students on the quiz which total in 42. Find the mean of the following area. So, first of all, we have to find the wait, sum of the frequency, total value of frequency, which is 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 and plus 5. So that's total to 42. Then we have to multiply 10 times 3, 9 times 10, 8 times 9, 7 and 8, 6 and 10, and 5 and 2 to get the midpoint or the f of x. Then once we all get it done, we have to divide the f of x over to the frequency, the sum of frequency, which is 42, is shown in here. So looking back, it's 3 times 10, 10 times 9, 9 times 8, 8 times 7, 10 times 6 plus 2, 5, 5 over 42, which equals to 7.47. So this is our mean for the data that was given. Calculating the media for group data, we use this formula. So this formula we use, which the L is the lower boundary of the median class, plus the N, which is the sum of frequency divided by 2 minus the cumulative formula over the frequency of the median class times H. We get onto that later for finding the variables. Calculating the mode for group data, we use this formula. Mode is equals to the lower boundary of the modial class plus the maximum frequency minus the frequency of the pre-modal over to 2 times the maximum frequency minus the pre-modal frequency minus the post-modal frequency. There's a difference between these two times h, which is the class width. For example, number 2 rather. The table gives data on the inside in centimeters of 51 children. Estimate the mean height and find the model class. So first of all, we do the distribution of frequency. We finish the table. So like this. Wait a minute. And to find the lower limits, you just have to minus the lower limit by 0.5. So the first limit is 139.5. You just minus 0.5 to the 140. Then here again 150 minus 0.5, we get 149.5. Then here minus again with 0.5, we get 59.5. And here minus again, then that equals to 169.5. Class mark, we get this by multiplying or rather adding the both interval over 2, which we can call as a midpoint for the frequency. So 140 plus 150 divided by 2, which sums that up into 145. Here again, we add this and divide by 2, we get that 155. Then here, add both and divide 2, we got 605. Then here, 170 plus 180 divided by 2, we get 175. To get the fx, you just have to multiply the frequency by its class mark. So here, just multiply this here, multiply this, multiply this, multiply this, and you will get the values of x, which is 800, 870, 2480, 3465, then 1400. We just have to add all of the values, the sum of this, and which turns to 8215. Now we have our sum of values for our frequency and for our fx. So using the formula right here, we just divide both of these values. We just plug in the values, then we get the 161, which 6 centimeters the given. So this is our mean. Now we find the three questions that find the model class. Where do we find the model class? It's easy. You just have to look for the highest frequency in the table. In this scenario is 21. So this row now is our model class. Example number 3. The ages of students in a small primary school were recorded in a table below. A. Find the mean. B. Find the median. And C. Find the model class. In this problem again, we are given a table. So we solve for the entirety of the table, the distribution of frequency. We are here again. So we just add all of the frequency up, and that sums up to 107. The lower boundaries we just add to 0.1 minus, then 0, 4.5, 6.5, and 8.5. For the class mark, just have to add this up and divide by 2. So the class mark is 5.5, 7.5, and 9.5 for the third interval. That x again is you just have to multiply the frequency by its class mark. So we get the values of 159.5, 300, and 361. Yeah. So and that sums up to 820.5. Then here the cumulative frequency. How do you get this? In order to get this, you just have to add the frequency on top of each other. So normally the first cumulative frequency will be the same as here. It's 29. So here is 29. Then this 29 up here, you just have to add to the 40 here, which is here, and 29. I cannot write properly. With that sums up to 69. Then that 69 again, you just add up to 38. So here, just add this up. So that equals to 107. It's the same frequency, the sum of frequency and the cumulative frequency. Now we have our values, so we just use the formula and plug in to find the mean. For that is here again we have 820.5 plus 107. So you just have to add up, divide that both, and you get this answer, which is 7.6, or estimated on 8 years. To find the median, now use this formula right here. Median is equals to the lower boundaries and that. First of all, we have to find the median class. So how do we find the median class? In order to find the median class, we just go back on our problem. Wait a bit, I'm gonna erase this. Okay. Just erasing. First of all, okay. The first thing you do is you have to divide the sum of the frequency by 2. Yes, you have to divide 107 by 2, so that equals to 53.5. Then this number, you need to find the range in it on its accumulated frequency. So for this 29, does 29 is in range in 53.5? No, but in 69 right here, it is in range with 53.5. So this row right here is our median class. Now we have found our median class. We back to the formula again right here. So this is the lower boundary of the median class, which is 6.5. Looking back again, that's 6.5. Then plus to the n over 2, which is what we did earlier to find the median class, which is 53.5 right here. Then this minus cumulative frequency rather. To find this, you have to look back on the median class. So this is our median class. In the formula, it says the pre-median class. So what that means is you have to find what is pre on the median class, which is 29. This is our CF right here. So that's 29. Then the F is the frequency of the median class, which is 40. Now we have our values. We just plug in into our formula. Oh, I forgot the width, the class width. In order to find the class width is just easy. You have to look at the interval and just count on how many intervals are there in the interval, which is like here 5 and 6. So 5 and 6. So there are two width. So that's 2. You just plug in the formula again, and we got the median of 7.725 years. So this is our median. There's another question there again. Look at that. Find the model class. So of course we all know how to find the model class. We just find the largest frequency, which is 40 again in the middle. Then this row again is our model class. Okay, we're moving on to our next problem, which is 29 students are asked how much money they were given at their last birthday. Their replies are shown in this frequency table. Estimate the mode. Now we have to find the mode. So we are given a table right here because this is a group data we have there, and just to find the mode, you just have to find the lower boundary part of the table. You don't need to go to the fx and the cumulative data. This is all we need right here. So in find the mode, we use the formula that is L plus that. But first, we have to find the model class. How do you find the model class? It's easier. I just said it many times. So you just have to find the largest frequency in the table, which is 12. And this row is our model class. So the lower boundary of that class is negative 0.5. This out here. Yes, this is negative 0.5. This is our lower boundaries. Then the maximum value of frequency is the sum of frequency. So you just add all this up, which equals to 12 plus 9 plus 6 plus 2 equals to 21 plus 6, 27 plus 2, 29. So we have, or rather 28 rather. That's the value of our maximum frequency minus f1. The f1 is the pre-modal lower boundary. In this case, there is no pre-modal width because the data given shows no pre-modal. Just return my voices. But yeah, since there's are no pre-modal, we just equivalent it into 0. Right there, that's our f1 right here. That is equals to 0. And f2, in f2, we do have a value, which is, just have to look at the frequency, which is 9. This is our pre-modal value. If there's a number here, like 7, then this is our post-modal. Since there are no given, then we just substitute it to 0. So we just plug in the formula again and plug in the values. Then we got the mode of 6 messages. So this is our mode right here. For our last problem right here, wages in hours paid to workers of an organization are given below. Calculate mean, median, and mode. So in this problem, we're gonna solve every of the central tendencies. So with this table given right here, we complete the distribution of frequency, which sums to this. We all know how to calculate this. We just get these values right here, and we find our total. This is 180 and 130 for the midpoint. In order to find the mean again, we just have to plug in that both sum and divide that. So we have our mean of 52.2 in RS. To find the median again, we just find our median class again. In order to find that, we just have to divide 180 by 2, which equals to 90. This is our median. Then class. In order to find the median class again, we just have to find the range of 90. In this case, the 50, which is not, but the 130, it is. So this row is our median class. This row. This is the median class row. So the lower boundaries is 59.5. Just plug in the values again. Minus 50, which is the CF. So the CF is 50 right here. We have to pre-median. So value which is 15 from the cumulative frequency. Then times 21 the width over 80, which 80 is the frequency, and the width is, look at this, 60 to 80, so that's 80. So 60 is counted also, so that adds to 1, which is the class width is 21. So 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So that's 21 counts. So that's our height or width. Yeah, it's width. Now just plug in the values rather. Then we got our median of 70 in RS. Now we find the mode. We just use the formula right here, which is this. Finding the, first of all, again, we just have to find the modal class, in which we have to find the largest frequency in the table. So this table right here is the same as the median class, which is 80. So this row again is our modal class rather. So this time there's a value of f1. So yeah, so just same here, the values of the lower boundary is 59.5. Then the maximum value is 118, shown here, 180. That's the maximum value. Then minus f1. The f1 here is the first frequency, the pre-mode frequency, which is 50, and the post-modal frequency is 30. So this is f1 and this is f2 right here. So yeah, we find our values. Just plug in the values right here again. The maximum 180 minus 50 plus 2 times 180 minus the f1 again, and minus 30 times 21, the width, height rather. And that's equals to 69.25, or that's not 70 actually. So just put 69 RS, estimated value. This is our mode for this problem. It's easy, right? Just have to find the values of the formula, and first you have to done this entire table because this is a group data. So that's concludes my lesson for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you're doing well on this time. Bye bye.